This is my audience.
Hi everybody. Today I want to talk to you about camels. So when you picture a camel, what do you think of?
Desert.
Hump.
Hump? What did you say?
Hump.
Hump.
Long
That's
neck.
2 for
Long
hump.
neck. Okay. Yeah, those are all like classic camel traits. They're associated with the desert and Africa and the Middle East. And they're associated with trade networks, and we'll talk about that later. But camels are amazing. They're really remarkable creatures, particularly due to their cultural and historical significance, their unique features, and the evolutionary journey that led them to where they are now. So, this summer I traveled to Morocco and I got to ride a camel in the desert. It was really amazing. And ever since then, I've been obsessed with camels. So today I want to share with you the amazing story of the camel, and hopefully by the end you'll be obsessed with camels too. So to start, I'd like to talk about their historical and cultural significance. They played a crucial role in trade across deserts, particularly in North Africa and the Saharan Desert. Before the introduction of the camel, donkeys and mules were used more, but they could only travel like maybe 3 days without water, and so it really limited how far the trade networks could expand. So it was really localized at that point. But after the introduction of the camel, they became essential for labor, meat, milk, and fiber. In particular, they were really important for transportation because they could carry heavy loads. You could put a saddle on them, you could, carry carts, etc. And in general, trans-Saharan trade enabled by camels, in turn, enabled the spread of Islam in North Africa, and it also enabled the spread of Arabic language and Arab identity, because it was a kind of Islam unified these different groups, and there was like a shared trust between everyone when they had that in common. On to my next point, camels were also culturally significant throughout history. They're mentioned in Islamic texts and were revered for their gentle nature and as a sign of Allah's generosity. And they were also evident in art throughout history. According to Sarah Cascone's 2021 article, the world's oldest large-scale animal carvings were actually of camels, and they were found in Saudi Arabia. They were carved around 7,000 years ago, over multiple generations. So throughout history, they were really culturally important to a lot of people. The camel could only cross the desert because of different features that made them suited to handle those harsh conditions. So let's talk about those features, that like all the things that you said at the beginning, like the hump, their long necks, different things like that. Those made them able to survive for a long period of time. They actually have unique kidneys that let them survive 1 to 2 weeks without water. And they have these wide hooves, long eyelashes to protect from sand, and they're also really patient. But camels didn't actually always exist in the desert. In fact, they originated in North America. They evolved these traits as they were crossing from North America into Asia through the Bering Land Bridge. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't know this about camels. So there were lots of different kinds of camels throughout that time, like little tiny ones. Like I think at the beginning there was the size of bunny rabbits. There were giant ones, like the size of giraffes or bigger. But all of those traits that make them so good at surviving the desert actually came from surviving in snow and in polar conditions. Amazing, I know. According to an article published by the California Academy of Science, there's new evidence that supports this. They found like a bone fragment of a tibia on the northernmost island in Canada that actually belongs to an ancient camel. Yeah. So camels overall are uniquely adapted to survive in the desert, but their path to North Africa and the Arab world was long and spanned millions of years and multiple continents. It's really an amazing story. So I hope you enjoyed listening. I think camels are really amazing. I hope you learned something from this.
Yes.
Yay!